All right, welcome to another episode from the Chart Readers. A little busy at work today, but really I think that's kind of a good thing because I'm going to make a different kind of video today. I don't want to talk about any specific tickers. This shouldn't be a 20-minute video. I want to take a quick talk and a quick view of the market right now, all right? Um, it hasn't been a great few days. It hasn't been a good week so far. And really, it hasn't been an entire good week, right? Basically, from last Wednesday's peak all the way till today, right? So, the why has been a little bit tough for me to answer. I've had friends texting me over the last couple days like what is it? What is it? And I keep saying the same thing. And I said the same thing on yesterday's video. Look, when I look at my personal indicator stacks, the one and the two, and when I look at this chart readers one that we're looking at now, there was nothing that screamed, hey, this was a peak and we really need to cool down. Even when I come to the weekly, right? It's not like we hit a crazy resistance. Maybe you can kind of argue that 80 RSI was a little bit high, maybe, right? But it's been a little bit more extreme than I think I was expecting, right? S&P 500 is almost a mirror. You can say it's been a little less dramatic, right? This one actually doesn't open. I'll get into the details shortly, right? But this one at least still over the 20 for sure, right? And then the Dow Jones continues to just bring these green doji days, right? So it's been interesting to see, number one, the severity of how bad the NASDAQ specifically has been. Number two, the disjointment that we have between the three. All right, I think my you know what? Let me take a step back from there. Someone shared this in the Discord room. All right, so you know me. If you watch my videos, I don't really do options, so I don't know a lot about options. Right? VIX contract expiration dates are what we're looking at now. All right, and these are all preset. What is really cool is where's earning knowledge center. There is a link that we actually put on the knowledge center, so you can see the VIX expiration calendar that we're actually looking at right here. Oh, I just lost it. Dang. Sorry. Right here. Here we go. So these are the known expiration date for VIX contracts. And look what today happens to be. All right. And the theory here is the reason that now look, the VIX is a total market. It's not like it's NASDAQ specific, Dow Jones specific, et cetera, right? But VIX is the volatility index, right? And I think maybe that's a reason to kind of say, hey, that's what's been driving a little bit of this heavy NASDAQ. I don't really know. Personally, I see tech as the bigger part of the market, right? Even Dow Jones is starting to become a little more tech heavy than it was even just 5 years ago, right? But maybe the volatility is heavy NASDAQ because they talk about the Magnificent Seven and just all these large caps and this and that. Generally, they're talking about tech stocks when it is, right? So that's an interesting theory, right? And I've never seen this VIX calendar before. I like the fact that it lines up pretty well. And really, the person that shared this, the thought actually is, look, we should actually stabilize and hopefully things will calm down until this next September one, basically, right? So to me, that makes some sort of sense because I'm still looking at these indicators and I'm not looking at anything that screams, urgency, right? The bare minimum is at least two things in terms of the technicals, all right? Number one, look, this is just the first candle under the 20 for the NASDAQ, and really, it's a doji at best, right? Very, very hardcore wick down. I'm really glad we didn't hold all of it all the way down, right? But just a candle underneath and very, very much a doji, right? And then I kind of talked about it from there. S&P 500, same doji, but at least over a moving average, right? So this one did not lose the 20, still very much disjointed, right? Even though it kind of looks the same to me, the moving average different is very disjointed actually, right? This is an old line I've had, and it's actually been a pretty decent line. We haven't come down anywhere near it since. I don't know if I should raise it a little bit more towards here or not, but look, I think if the RSI was going to cool a little bit more, maybe that's the lowest it'll go, but yeah, I mean, I don't think I would start to panic. Oh, look at that. So I'm clicking basically at the top of this candle right here. It's almost perfectly 50% of this right here, and almost to the penny, it's where we wick today, right? So yeah, I don't want to lose that first thing that I clicked on, but I guess I'm gonna have to move down to here. I think 6330 is going to be the S&P 500 line. But look, I think more than anything, don't lose the 50. All right. Obviously, when I'm talking about a regular simple stock, generally I'm not talking about well-established ones either. I don't want to lose the 20. I'm pretty black and white with that line, right? With an index, I'm okay coming down to the 50. Hopefully we don't do it. And I mean, you can see it. We actually don't do it a lot, right? It's only a couple times when we're actually at the red line. Generally we're over the 8 and the 20, right? But it's a bigger fall than I'd like to see, obviously, and we'll talk about it if we have to, right? But as long as we don't lose the 50 here, as long as we don't lose the 50 here, I'm actually relatively okay, all right? The one interesting thing that continues to catch my eye is the Dow Jones, all right? And I said it on the last video, I'm going to say it one more time. Maybe this is enough of a signal to say, hey, let's stop focusing on tech for a bit and look at a little more of the Dow Jones industrial companies, right? Real estate comes to mind, banking comes to mind, right? Manufacturing, farming, logistics, just bread and butter industrial needs. This is substantially better than the other charts, excuse me, even though it's just doji, right? As I look at these lower indicators, there's more greens over reds. There's a lot more healthier numbers. This weekly isn't even that high, right? So maybe we'll use the disjointedness to kind of say, hey, let's focus outside of tech. You know how much I like tech, right? But in general, I'm not screaming alarms unless we lose the 50. Look, normally I'd be talking about inverses, right? SQQQ is arguably setting up. This thing is trying to break the 20, go to the 50. If it broke the 50, that's where the real money comes. And hey, that's what I think is driving a lot of my don't lose the 50 comment, right? SH is the S&P 500 inverse. Again, lose the 50, break the 50 on this version, right? And that's where the real, panic or money will come, right? And I think that's what's driving a lot of my thoughts, right? SDOW, I can't imagine is doing well just yet. Yeah, it's not, right? Because again, we're seeing that the Dow Jones is doing good, right? So look, normally if we start getting into this territory, I get a little more panicky. I think I'm still relatively happy with all the headlines I'm seeing. All right. There are some crazy discussions happening. I don't know how to pronounce this dude's name. Give me a sec. How do I Kob, K-O-B, from the Kob letter. Dang, you would have thought I don't know how to say that. I'll mention it sometime soon. But there's a letter, the Kobayashi letter. I don't think that's how you say it, but they put some really interesting headlines out, and it's a nice little quick read. There's been a lot of talks about bankruptcy going up. There's been a lot of talks about these housing things. It's getting a little hectic in the real world that you and me live in and are impacted with, right? But man, the market doesn't care about that stuff. It really, really doesn't. Maybe it's taking a little notice, and that was some thoughts in my head. But I think overall, did I pass it? I think it's down here. Yeah, I am leaning towards this being a really interesting theory that the VIX expiration is what drove this random drop. We're now there. We've now passed it. Hopefully, we'll bounce and go, right? So. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your opinions. Even if you disagree, oh, I appreciate you so much.